Hey viewers and viewers, my name's General Red Strategist and welcome back to So You're Being Hunted. This is episode 39 now. So, remember of course in the last episode, which I recorded quite a while back, so I can't quite remember all the things I did, but you remember of course we now have just one more island that needs clearing out of its device pieces, the West Island. We're actually pretty much here at the jetty already. I got us over here off camera. So without further ado, we're just going to throw ourselves straight back in to this while to load, isn't it? There we go. That was a bit weird. So yes, here we are. Ooh. Oh, device piece straight off the bat over there. Well, we can go and get that immediately, can't we? Okay, so yeah, like I say, I hope you all had a good Christmas, nice relaxing season. Hope you all had a good time with friends, with family, or whoever you spend your Christmases with. Assuming you do, of course. You know, the last thing I want really right now is someone in the comments. Well, I say the last thing I want. What I mean is, you know, just watch now in the comments as I discover that a load of people had a bit of a lonesome Christmas or whatever. But yeah, so you know, I certainly had a bit of a relaxing Christmas myself. As always, you know, I spent it with friends, not friends, sorry, with family, even, jeez. At least if, you know, come on, Red, if you're going to tell people about your Christmas, at least try and, you know, get your memories right. So, I spent it with family, of course, and, you know, I'm living in my new flat. I'm back here in my new flat at the moment, but I travelled back up north to the north of England for about 10 days or so, roughly, so I could be with my family for Christmas. And it was very interesting, I must say, to actually go back up north to the region where I, you know, used to live before I came down here to the sort of southwest of England. And I say interesting because when I got there, and you know, I was driving around, and I noticed there's been a lot of, how do we say, kind of development, especially kind of residential development, in the time since I moved away. And that's the thing, you know, that leads me to a very, very interesting topic of discussion here. God, these fucking robots are just messing around, aren't they? But the topic, you know, of interest that I thought is something very interesting to consider, oh, get that, is the fact that, of course, like I say, there's a lot of development going on in the place where I used to live, back up north. And let's just say, you know, from where I come from, it's a bit of a hot topic at the moment. A lot of discussion over it. You see, when I was driving back up, or rather just driving around the area, you know, one of the principal kind of developments back up north, of course, is all residential development, new housing estates going up, very modern, very trendy. But like I say, there's a lot of issues surrounding that. It's been, you know, a source of much discussion. Certainly when I was talking to my family, again, you know, if there's one topic you can pretty much safely assume will come up in any conversation with them, it's the amount of development going on in their local area. So, you know, just for anyone who doesn't know, who's not seen, you know, previous Q&A videos of mine, I used to live, of course, in County Lancashire, near the city of Lancaster, which, lovely city, don't get me wrong. It's a fairly small and compact sort of city. Fairly historical as well. It has a castle, it has various attractions to it. Of course, the university, which I studied at and which I've worked at. Lancaster University is routinely in the top 10 universities in England, at least according to various university league tables, things like that. So yeah, good university, you know. So if any budding students out there, you're looking for a good university to go to, Lancaster is always a nice one. You can always look into that one. But yeah, Lancaster, like I say, you know, I used to live in that kind of area, and there's been so much development gone on in that city since I left. Because the thing is, I was driving back down along the A6 from time to time, and the thing is, you know, I've seen new housing estates going up, new sort of small kind of retail outlets, things like that. And the thing is, this is quite a rural area we're talking about where I lived. I didn't live within Lancaster itself. I lived outside it in a small town. But yeah, like I say, so much development going on. But like I say, it's been a very hot topic in that region for quite a while because there's all these houses kind of going up, but there's been a lot of a lot of kind of how do I say, sort of controversy over the number of these houses that are going up all at once. Because the thing is, there's so many of them. People have been trying to sell land so that they can get them developed. And the thing about these very modern housing estates is that quite often, they just build them back to back, so close to each other, just try and jam pack as many houses onto one little plot of land as they possibly can. Which, is a very interesting way of doing things, how shall we say? Because, it means there's not much room for gardens or yards at the back of the houses, and there's not much privacy, because the back of your house immediately backs onto someone else's. People just, can open their windows and look straight in at you. But that's not the only real thing that's not the major thing that people have found divisive about all this development in that area. Part of the fact is as well that there's all these houses kind of going up, but there are still huge outstanding kind of questions about the infrastructure around them. Because some of these housing developments that have been proposed, some of them that are being constructed at the moment. Oh shit. Hi, dog. Oh, that was a bit close. Jesus. How did he not even see me? Am I literally that invisible right now? This is probably also a bad time to drink some sherry, wasn't it? At least I've got 2 empty bottles, though. Oh, shit. Where is he? Oh, he was a bit too close for comfort, that one. Start throwing stuff. If you go over there, you bastards. Lordy Lou. God, never mind what I was just talking about. That was a pretty horrible moment, that was. Oh, fuck, he saw me. Shit. Oh, that's the wrong button. Completely wrong button. Get off me, you bastard. Shit. Oh, get out of there. Where's that fucking dog? Right, humans. Gonna fight you. Oh. Too many of them. Yeah. This all kicked off all at once, didn't it? No, not that one. God, I'm gonna have to kill this dog. Right, he's down. Keep running. Yeah. Yizers. Shiza Minelli. Jesus Christ. Stop that. Ooh, that all kicked off at once, didn't it? I was just trying to have a nice sociable conversation about housing developments in my local area. And fucking, well, in my former local area. You know what I mean? And suddenly they all decide they want a piece of the action. Flipping heck. God, I had to use up some of my ammo there, didn't I? But, you know what? Right, one down. Just like to take my revenge, Oh god, there's too many robots around here. Screw it. We're not fighting them anymore. This is too dangerous. It's way too dangerous. Flipping heck. But yeah, what was I talking about a moment ago? Possibly just wait for that guy to piss off over there. Oh yeah, so I was talking about the controversy, of course, surrounding all these housing developments in my former local area, not far from Lancaster. And basically, part of the controversy is that people just have outstanding questions about what sort of infrastructure is going to go up to accommodate all these new houses and presumably, all the new people who are going to be moving into them. Because that's the thing, you can't just sort of throw up houses willy-nilly wherever you want. You've got to think about, the amenities that are available for all those people who are going to be moving in. You've got to think about, obviously, healthcare provisions, are the local doctors' surgeries nearby, access to hospitals, things like that. You've got to think about, obviously, the transport network in the surrounding area. Is there sufficient roads? Are they wide enough? Are they capable of coping with increased traffic? Things like that. And then, of course, if there are families going to be moving into the area, you've got to think about schools, things like that. Are there suitable educational provisions in the local area? Blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, that's part of, why there's been such a controversy back up towards Lancaster about all these new housing developments. And it's elicited much, strong opinion in local newspapers, things like that. And certainly my own family did indeed have strong opinions on it. Just realised I have not set... Oh no, it is... I just was thinking my revolver doesn't seem to be set to an actual slot, but I think it is actually. Right, I want to take out this dog. I know it's going to lure flipping... Oh, there's a dead robot over there. He's down. Right. With any luck, they'll lose interest pretty quickly. After me just shooting that thing. Unless they're going to come... Oh no, there they go. Right, yeah, they've lost interest. Okay. Right, just leave them to to whatever they're doing. Okay, now we can run back in. So it seems we've only got one guard now by that device piece, which is pretty good. He's not got anything. Okay, never mind. Ooh, careful. I should use my revolver a bit more. Got tons and tons of ammo in it. But yes, it's funny, of course, this episode is coming to you straight after Christmas 2018 pretty much. And normally, sometimes in these episodes each year, I do tend to do kind of like a post-Christmas roundup insert, since it lends itself so well to these kind of big conversations. But, yeah, so far I'm not really even talking about anything Christmas related. I'm just talking about stuff to do with friggin' housing developments and what have you. Sounds like the robots are having a post-Christmas shootout. Christmas brandy's been going to the head, hasn't it? It's good if they shoot each other to death. Means I can go in, maybe get some ammo, what have you. But then again, they are terrible shots sometimes. Actually, having said that, they might kind of go towards each other. Unless... Hold on a second, hold it. Has he killed somebody? I think he has. Get out. Your factory belongs to me, you buggers. There's your body over there. Oh, there's two bodies here, yeah, because you killed someone, didn't you? Yes. That's correct. You really don't have anything of interest there, unless... bandages, maybe? Is it worth... Yeah, screw it, go on. Yeah, we'll take some bandages. Let's have a look in here and see what the deal is. Dynamite, yes please. And, gunpowder and shot for a blunderbuss. Is it worth taking that? I might just take it. You never know. I might get my hands on a blunderbuss at some point. Even though it is just this island that needs clearing out, so now that I think about it, it's probably not worth it, is it? Well, at least I got the dynamite, though. Holy shit, so there's always so much of it in these giant kind of mill buildings. Also, whilst I'm... Oh god, freaking my camera around. Whilst I'm out here, I will... Oh, is that a door? Oh yes, that is a door. I just had to look up. Oh wow, look at that. 6 sticks of dynamite. We can go and cause some devastation, I think. Once we find this other device piece, of course. The thing is, we could probably get this this little playthrough of the game complete, potentially, in this episode, if we hurry things along, you know. But yeah, let's actually get back to a more interesting topic of discussion here, because I kind of got friggin' sidetracked. I made a big digression there, talking about, you know, housing developments back up towards the city of Lancaster in that region, and, you know, all the controversy surrounding those. But, you know, let's get back to Christmas, of course. You know, it was a nice, relaxing one. Spent it with family, like I said before, back up north. It was lovely and relaxing. In terms of Christmas presents, what did I get this year? Mainly just chocolate and cider, as I seem to get every year. That's the problem with me, you know. I've been told that I'm a very difficult person to buy gifts for, because nobody ever knows what to buy me. And to be honest, you know, I sometimes actually struggle myself, thinking, what should I buy other people, etc, etc. And, you know, that's one thing, actually. You know, I think a lot of people sometimes find this with Christmas. You know, they stress out about it. They think they have to get the perfect gift for other people, but, you know, it's like, sometimes, you know, sometimes like members of my family and friends say to me, sometimes the danger is that you overthink it. You feel like you have to get them the perfect Christmas gift every year, but you don't have to, you know. It's the thought that counts, of getting something and all that. But yeah, I myself, yeah, I like I say, I do sometimes struggle. And sometimes, I don't know why I find it so hard sometimes, but I just do. Again, probably because I overthink things, and secondly also probably because I'm a bit of a lazy sod. But yeah, that's the thing. But you know, it was a nice Christmas back up north with my family. It was very relaxing. Got to, you know, we had a nice Christmas dinner. None of those, you know, shitty little supermarket chipolata sausages with the turkey dinner. We had proper sausages wrapped in bacon. Very nice. And of course, you know, everyone always says to me, you know, oh, the day after on Boxing Day, you always have your turkey sandwiches to use up the remaining turkey and all that. Gonna be honest, I don't like turkey sandwiches all that much. I don't know why. I think it's because turkey is obviously quite a dry meat, and so when you combine it with bread, even if you do, you know, spread it with butter and whatever, or sauces, I don't know, I still find it incredibly dry. But, you know, if there's one thing I hate most of all, it's cold turkey sandwiches. If I'm going to eat turkey, it has to be warmed up, it has to be hot, etc, etc. And this may come as a shock as well, but well, actually, I don't know if it will come as a shock, but people maybe in the comments will be thinking, what, really, Red? How can you say that? But I'm also not a big fan of various, Christmassy foods. I'm not a big fan of Christmas cake, I'll be honest. I don't really eat it. I'm not a big fan of things like stollen. Don't really like that. Mince pies, I'm actually not a big fan of either. I'm not that keen on them. Christmas pudding, again, I'll eat it, but again, I'm not a huge fan of it. I think it's because I'm not a huge fan of kind of, the sort of dried fruit foods in general. Especially when, because the thing about a lot of Christmas things like Christmas cake and Christmas pudding is they have brandy and things like that added to them, which makes them quite rich in their taste. And I don't know about you, but I'm not really keen on that. So whenever I go around, for Christmas dinners at people's houses, whatever, and they serve up Christmas pudding, I usually only have a small amount of it. But yeah, but so I went, of course, to my family for Christmas dinner, and my mother loves she loves cooking, right? And she makes some fantastic Christmas dinners. I absolutely love them. They're very, very nice. But thing is, this year for this Christmas there was me, there was my old folks, and then there was my mother's old folks and my grandparents on my mother's side. We all came round for Christmas dinner. Absolutely lovely stuff. And my mother did this fantastic little starter. But basically, she's got a sort of square kind of stainless steel tray, and she just put a selection of things on it. So she had, I think, for example, little what was it called? Little dried Italian, thinly sliced dried Italian ham. Very lovely. It tasted absolutely delicious, as well as other things like, for example, she had these little cherry red peppers, but they were filled with, I think it was ricotta cheese, something like that, and they tasted fucking gorgeous. They're absolutely lovely, those. Very, very sweet and very tangy, I must say. But she also did these kind of breaded sort of, I don't know how to describe them, kind of hot breaded kind of mushroom balls. That's the best way to describe them. I threw that way too far. But yeah, well, at least it took him out. But yeah, she did those, and there was something else as well. What was it? Oh yeah, slices of cantaloupe melon. It's a very fancy, very, very middle class, I may say. But yeah, overall it was a delicious starter. Lovely way to get prepared for the main course. Fantastic and delicious stuff. So yeah, that's why I always love going round to my old mother's at Christmas time. It's always, such a lovely starter and all that. But lovely dinner and what have you. So yeah, there you go. Right, I've got the final device piece. We can now head back and we can complete this playthrough of the game. Let's have a sip of tea whilst I'm at it. Lovely. But yeah, let me know, was there anything special you guys out there did for your Christmas dinner? Anything nice that you had? Let me know in the comments below. I know some people, they do very fancy sort of Christmas dinners, or, they do something really out there. Depending on your sort of cultural heritage and all that. Because I know, I've read of people who do things like Christmas curries and things like that, which all sounds really interesting. And, if you're a kind of culinary wizard, then it's a really, Christmas is a really good season to exercise your creativity. So yeah, let me know in the comments below. What did you do for Christmas? Did you have a nice Christmas dinner? Did you do anything fancy with it? Anything really out there, etc., etc., that sort of thing? Did you get anything interesting for Christmas gift-wise? But yeah, good stuff right there. Oh man, oh god, I need to be careful. Ooh. Yes, hello poacher. I know you're in there. Need to get over this way. I think we'll stick close to the edge of the village, so there's less chance of him seeing us. Never mind, there's a balloon there. We'll go this way instead. I must say, this island is very, very, very quiet, isn't it? This island, this West Island. Feels like there's not really many people here, if I'm being entirely honest. I don't think it's worth carrying this gunpowder and shot, is it? I'm going to take this clock instead, in case I need a distraction technique to get back to the standing stones. So yes, lovely stuff. Of course, New Year as well. I was still around, of course, up north for that as well. Joined my parents and my my sibling, my sister that is, and her boyfriend for just nice little New Year's party from about 7:30 in the evening till midnight. We basically played board games, had a few drinks, watched Jules Holland, his hootenanny. You know, that's a thing which I think only UK viewers, you know, any UK viewers out there watching this, did you watch Jules Holland's hootenanny on New Year's Eve up till midnight, and then watch, of course, the fireworks from the London Eye and Big Ben and all that? They always put on a very good firework display every year, the folks who organise that display at the London Eye. I mean, the thing is, you know, just watching it on TV is impressive enough, but it must be amazing if you're actually there in the flesh watching it. Incredible stuff, I may say. There we go, just eat that ham. Alright, let's take boat back east. Let's deposit these device pieces. Did you do anything for New Year's Eve as well? Especially if you're not a UK viewer, if you're from outside, you know, because that's the thing. Every country pretty much has its fireworks display at New Year's Eve. Australia always has theirs on Sydney Harbour Bridge, but if you're from outside the UK and you're not from Australia, where does your country have its fireworks display? That's something interesting, actually, that I always kind of want to know, because that's the thing. I'm sure on the news here in the UK they show the fireworks displays, well, at least they show clips of them on the news as they're occurring, and Sydney Harbour Bridge, of course, in Australia, that's always the first one that comes up. But what sort of other locations do other countries have their actual fireworks displays in? Because that would be very interesting for me to find out. Get rid of that bloody rider, there he is, he's dead. That's the beauty of having all this dynamite. The riders can't get near me now. Oh my god, look at the brandy! He's got a bloody stick of dynamite on him as well. Oh, what a dude. Let's take some of his brandy as well, actually, whilst I'm at it. I need to do some clever inventory management here. You know what, I don't need this map anymore. Let's get rid of that. Put that up there. I haven't thought this through, have I? I don't need all these bandages. There we go, we can make space for the brandy. Take some brandy back home with us. Some Christmassy brandy. You know, the brandy, if I remember correctly, in this game, was added, of course, a long time ago in one of the previous updates to Sir. In fact, one of the earliest, possibly. And I think I can remember doing a special on it. It was added for Christmas, wasn't it? In a December month, round about there. But I can never remember, did the other Christmassy food items that they added, did they persist beyond that update? Or were they eventually removed? I can't actually remember. That's the thing, there were mince pies, wasn't there? That was another thing that got added in that brief update, but I've never seen them since. Okay, right, let's deposit this.
Sir, you've done it. I'm bringing the device up to speed now. I hope you won't consider this impertinent, sir, but I'm amazed you survived. Hang on. We'll have you out of there in 3, 2, 1...
There we go. We've seen that scene so many times in this series, haven't we? I actually just took a quick screenshot then. Just, you know, so I can use it for a thumbnail, and we're going to exit from that before Professor Elemental starts blasting my ears out. Oh, starting profession, the aristocrat. Brilliant. There's all the stats, everybody. Stealth rating, posh. I feel like that might be good. I never know with this. But yeah, well, there we go, everybody. That was another little playthrough of the game with, you know, me just doing podcasty style episodes. I think for the next episode, we're going to start a challenge. That's the thing. I've got other things I want to talk about as well. But yeah, I'll probably, I don't know, maybe. I'm thinking about a challenge. We'll see. Because I've still got a few suggestions on my giant master list in my Word document and all that. So yeah, if you ever have challenge suggestions, things like that, feel free to leave your suggestions down in the comments below, blah blah blah. You all know the drill, everyone who's watching this. So yeah, thank you everybody. If you're not doing so already, you can follow me on Facebook and Twitter, links in the video description. Gotta get gas from your tea. Links in the video description as always. You'll also find in the video description the link to my second channel, Propagandist, where I do a lot of anime related content. I don't update it very frequently, but I try and get something out on it every once in a while. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, it's up to you. You can go and check it out and see what you think. So yeah, once again everyone, Hope you had a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Hope you're looking forward to 2019. And in the meantime, this is General Red signing off. Goodbye, all. Survey the landscape as well whilst we're up here. Squire. He's got to be coming back, surely. Okay, here he is. And shot one. Right. Shit. Oh, you can't get me, you see. Oh, get him. Oh, what are you up to, boy? Mate. No. Okay, so. Shit me. Jeez. There's hunters coming as well. This is dangerous. Back! Oh no! Oh, are you kidding me? I shouldn't have gone for the freaking squire. Well, that's the parkour challenge over, everybody.